The following is a non-profit internet review series meant as a supplemental storyline to a community mass playthrough. Both entities are protected under the fair use rules of international copyright laws. Pokemon and all other related franchises represented in Super Smash Bros. Are all owned by Nintendo, Sega, Konami, Capcom, Namco Bandai Enterprises, and Square Enix Limited. Any specific headcanons represented are credited to the writer behind said interpretation, and the targeted material is owned by its respective producers. Please support the official release.
You know, it sounds good right now.
A massage from your sister?
What?
What?
Food.
All right, let's go to my place and grab some late-night munchie meals. For $6, we can get a bunch of stuff. Halvesy fries, 2 tacos, a drink you can drink, and one of 4 awesome new entrees like the stacked grilled cheeseburger.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Whee!
But I can't fly.
Not with that attitude.
I can't fly either.
Lemonade shake. The fries go with that. Here comes the jump break.
You may have noticed something different about the title sequence. Deep Dish Special? What's that? Well, it's pretty much my escape from fandom arson. These are the episodes that don't really fall into our corporate master plan. These are the episodes that don't necessarily fall into our current master plan, i.e. the ever-expanding backlog of my solo episodes that don't really fit into the 2 solo slots I'm allotted by Robbie Walker, the guy who pretty much hijacked Thin Crust and the show in general. So my backlog of pre-recorded episodes can be uploaded week to week, while the full Fandom Arson experience will be released when they are finished. In layman's terms, while these episodes may sport the familiar Fandom Arson name for a brief while, from this moment onward, if it ain't on the schedule of themed arsons, it ain't a part of the Fandom Arson chain. With that said, let's get started. Pain is easy. Comedy is hard. You have to understand when to use what you'd think would be the right joke at what you'd think might be the right time. But if you want a life of lasting success and staying power, you gotta remember the single most important rule of comedy. You have to think your jokes are funny.
Zing!
It could be as simple as heckling the living thighs out of cheesy movies, or as complex as a full-scale parody of film. Genuine comedy is good comedy. So try your hardest to make yourself laugh. Do it for all the wrong reasons and you're gonna end up the butt of everyone's joke. And speaking of the butt of everyone's jokes, Sega failed to meet financial expectations again, and you know what that means. More Sonic Boom! We already pounded up the Blue Blur twice this year, so we may as well check out an episode which known internet critic Random DCE had genuinely liked from the 52 episode first season farted out by the French. Mainly this particular episode that focuses on the nature of comedy and how late night programming's been through a major transition over the past few years. And it explores the psyche of one of the few characters from this entry of the franchise that's actually salvageable, Comedy Chimp. I mean really, he's a late night host in the Sonic the Hedgehog canon. I still can't believe we haven't discovered this guy sooner. But as is the case for most Sonic Boom newcomers, he's come off as unlikable to some fans of the franchise, which means this episode won't be any fun to watch. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, time to riot loose with a fandom arson of Sonic Boom episode 42, Late Night Wars. Belts up, gang. We're about to land. The episode kicks off with Comedy Chimp signing autographs.
Here you go, kid.
Is this your grandson?
Oh!
pictures on a cave wall. Oh! This isn't even you. This guy is young and healthy. And he still has that sparkle of hope in his eyes.
Oh! 3 in a row? With that kind of trash talk that triggers that reaction, they might as well be viewers of internet critics like us. After some children knock him for using outdated headshots from his SNL days, God, I want to see an episode that references his SNL days. He goes to do some shooting for some new ones.
Give me Pouty, come on. Now give me Tiger. Ah. Who's a funny monkey?
And I ask, why would you do your photo shoot outside in public instead of in a studio where no one can see you?
Fish?
The shoot goes on to eat half a minute of our lives before Knuckles discovers a trash can and then puts it on his head. And somehow this becomes a fashion statement.
He's a waif. The orphan of our times. A lost child oblivious to the never-ending sea of despair.
Please. I've seen better couture in a Lady Gaga concert. Knuckles ends up an overnight celebrity despite being a display of how low standards have become from the 90s onward. Yeah, I miss substance too.
Get a load of this guy. If this fashion trend catches on, I'm gonna start throwing trash in my hat.
Did you see that moment? Yeah, it's because of this moment that makes it one of Random's favorite episodes. And why wouldn't it? Comedy is about the infliction of pain upon those who deserve it. We know Donald Trump is the worst possible choice for president, so we ridicule every flaw in his legislation. We know corporations twist and turn our government asunder to make more money, so we laugh at the puppets pretending to care about the issue at hand. And obviously we know Viacom's going the way of the dodo, so here we are, Kappa Knights of the Select Sector, waging a never-ending battle to destroy the rancid forces of the Nickelodeons across 16 different operations, with our upcoming 17th mission taking place in the same location as the 16th mission before it. The fact of the matter is that comedy is the pleasure we have in pain. How far we're willing to take it depends on your cup of tea, and not the emotions of those around you.
Zing! You know what people say when they see me wearing this?
I weep for the future of our kind.
Said the few Sonic fans who actually stuck around to watch this episode. And so Nux embraces this hip and happening style, yo. And after a brief montage, hold up! What? What? Echidnas? Oceanic boom?
She's sinking. The plot is sinking. Quick, hire the emergency writers.
After seeing his new headshots come in, showing every aspect of his age, Comedy Chimp decides to try a facelift and hands Nux the keys to the show while he's away.
I need to find a guest host that no one will take seriously. A flash in the pan. A talentless hack. No, I have a worse idea.
We're all stoked for you, but are you up to this? I'm not sure wearing a bucket on your head qualifies you to host a TV show.
Oh, Sonic, just watch the show and see the fireworks happen.
You're just jealous that I finally found my calling as a fashion designer / model / TV host.
I just don't want you to embarrass yourself.
I'm disappointed in you, Sonic. In you and the mayor.
What I just showed you there, and what I'm about to show you right here, is all a facade of a class clown character who inflates his own ego to mask the fact that he honestly has no idea what he's doing. He struggles with reading the cue cards we've clearly established with our previous visit to Bygone Island, and thus he accidentally stumbles his way through unrehearsed slapstick, and thus he decides to make that the basis of his show, since at this point, he's let it all go straight to his trash can head guy head. And man, oh man, does it backfire on Comedy Chimp.
Network's taking the show in a new direction. So, what new direction? More, I don't know. Is trash canny a word?
No, it isn't.
Hello, Yuck Yuck Hut.
Naturally, Comedy Chimp ain't letting go that easily, so he gets Eggman to attack Nuxus in exchange for having the guy sponsor it for the foreseeable future.
Fire missiles! Brought to you by Eggman Industries. This hole in the wall was made possible by Eggman Industries. Need a wall shattered? Call Eggman Industries. new from Eggman Industries.
This battle is sponsored by Eggman Industries. You have to wear this.
Yeah, I don't wear the logo of the losing team. You don't have any Sonic hats in there, do you?
You're certainly one to talk, you parasitic needle mouse. Eggman ravages the studio whilst plugging his company every chance he gets, before Sonic and crew wipe the floor with the mad scientist.
Huh? Sticks! You came to my show! Cool!
Eggman's attacking! We need your help!
I'll be right back after this.
Yeah, is it bad to say I've heard more convincing talks than Shugo Kiara? Six talks Nux down to his senses, and he complies and helps out the crew in taking out the trash.
Good to have you back, Nux.
Good to be back, you guys. And if I ever get carried away by my ego again...
Don't worry, we'll let you know.
No, I was gonna say make sure I get a better show.
What a ridiculously shallow person! What the hell's his problem? Kamini Chimp regrets the damage dealt to his studio, but hey, at least he got his show back. But the fact that CC resorted to Plan Eggman means the pendulum of karma is gonna strike him in the curiously absent dick.
Oh, this is not good.
Fun fact, when I finished off the recap segment on my Windows Movie Maker, it was just over a minute and a half long. My abridged recap made for the purpose of developing jokes around said recap wasn't even a fifth as long as the original. I'm not kidding.
Zing!
Not to mention that the writing is not too great, but at least it's passable for the time being. But by God! Seeing Comedy Chimp at his worst is by far the biggest example of Sega never really even caring about video games beyond the Saturn. I mean, with the way they've imploded further and further towards bankruptcy, the writing's already on the wall. And with that magnitude of disrespect towards us over the past few decades we've been getting it, it's blatantly obvious that Sega started out as a gambling company and had to bail out of that market when the law kicked in. In other words, Sega's merely yet another Konami that's been oozing with incompetence before Hideki Hayakawa himself even got out of college.
Zang! Can it, you obsequious hack?
Regardless, we've seen a once decent character humiliate himself, a good idea for a character gone to waste, and we've seen an iconic franchise decay for the reasons why it was invented in the first place. Though considering the latter of these symptoms, what else is new? This marks our third visit to Bygone Island, and believe me, with the two hype explosions that have rocked the show a few episodes down the line, it's only a matter of time of when we ultimately hear 4.
I need some new headshots.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the mob, tomorrow's December, which means not counting the stock episodes I have yet to release, I've got about 3 reviews left in me before we close up shop for the year. And most of them are obviously deep dish specials, but have I got something in these following reviews that'll rock you like a hurricane. So like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you're a conformist. Have yourselves a safe Cyber Monday, and as always, good fight, good night, and stay frosty. My God! He's doing something about that thing! Oh my God!